Welcome to my podcast channel, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, LBOT for short, where I cover controversial theories, politics, and trending topics. If you're new to my channel, please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Hey, thank you for my subscribers, and thank you for everyone who has stayed tuned. Alright, let's get into these topics. This first topic is going to be AI getting smarter by the day. The second topic is going to be mommy-made encapsulations and your placenta. Our third subject is going to be a research lab playing Frankenstein. Let's get right into it. The first topic, AI getting smarter by the day. Examples that I have for this that just hits it right on the ball. There's a new anime called Pathogen on Netflix. You guys, that's a must watch. It's a series. At first I didn't want to get into it, but I actually got into it, and it's just really good, and it's about AI, and it's a perfect example of how AI is getting smarter by the day. Another example that supports this is a movie. It's a little old already, but if you haven't watched it, must watch. See Lucy and Her. Those two movies are perfect examples of AI and how AI can really evolve and what can happen when it does evolve to the state that it's already evolving. Because our dreams are not even safe anymore. Our dreams are being watched. Our dreams are being basically 3D animated and projected by AI. What I mean by this, I have a video that I'm gonna show real quick to you guys to get you in tuned. I gotta find out this professor's name and this researcher and see everything he's about, and I'm gonna have more on what he's talking about. It's gonna be more on these topics going further because, like I said, AI is getting smarter by the day. So listen to this.
Your dreams are no longer safe.
How about this? Can we go from the patterns of your brain when you're looking at an image to reconstructing the image? So the way this worked was they put human beings inside an fMRI machine. They had them look at images and figure out what the patterns are, like translate from image to brain patterns. And then of course they would hide the image. So this is a image of a giraffe that the computer has never seen. It's only looking at the fMRI data, and this is what the computer thinks the human is seeing. Yeah.
So the guy, he's talking about how the Wi-Fi motor is basically able to see what you're seeing in your dreams and basically able to see what you're doing in your room, your office, or anywhere that you have a Wi-Fi motor or anything that's connected to Bluetooth. So your Bluetooth, your iPhone, everybody knows about this thing. We already know these things. We already know the government watches us, but now the fact that AI is able to make a 3D image of what you're doing in your living room, in your office, wherever it may be that you have that Wi-Fi box or wherever the Wi-Fi is connected, is insane. Insane. People think that the Terminator is far-fetched. I don't think so. And they actually have something called Skynet, but that's definitely for another episode. Alright, let's get into the second topic. Mommy-made encapsulations. What is that? You ever wonder why they don't allow you to keep your placenta? Do you ever wonder why, or if your placenta is even good? Or do they just cut it off right at birth? No, they're not supposed to cut it off right at birth. You're actually supposed to keep that on the baby until it falls off the baby. 9 out of 10 women don't know this, or don't have the funds and do not have the education or the knowledge to do their due diligence to be able to keep the placenta. The placenta gives the baby the most nutrients, and we cut it off the baby so fast. But there's a lot of women out there, I can't testify because I don't have kids, but there are a lot of women out there who have kept the placenta on the baby, and the baby has more nutrients and was able to grow with more nutrients and faster and healthier and stronger because they kept that placenta on the baby. They make it so hard for you not to be able to have a home birth and the things that you have to go through, but you're right. to do so, and you don't have to follow that. This is only educational purposes. What I'm saying, you have to go do your due diligence on what I'm saying. It's a choice you have to be able to homeschool, a choice you have to be able to have home birth and not have your kids have all those shots that they say that they need and all those, everything to be documented and everything, and your kid would not be an undocumented kid or undocumented citizen or what you guys think. Because once you ask about your placenta and keeping your placenta and things like that, you're gonna raise an eyebrow, but 9 out of 10 you don't know the information, 9 out of 10 you don't have the funds to do so. So you're gonna have your kid at the hospital. You're gonna think it's better to have your kid at the hospital. There's Egyptian, in ancient times, they showed that you're not supposed to be having your birth on your back. But let's get into this. Sorry I rambled, but like I said, this is a juicy episode, guys. So, mommy made encapsulation. This is a lady by the name of Julian Corona, because that's her name. I say it how I say it because that's her name. So you want to go do your due diligence on her, but she is the owner and the co-founder of Mommy Made Encapsulations. There's a picture of her right here. And she basically buys your placenta. She goes to hospitals. She has contracts with hospitals. And she makes money off of them. And you know why? Because the nutrients that they have in them. And she literally explains it. That because, I cannot speak on that because, again, you got to go do your due diligence. And you see for what she's saying, how she's saying it, read through the lines. But yeah, that I just think is crazy. And the fact that a woman can make a business out of buying other women's placentas, but you cannot keep your placenta unless you do it legally, or you do it legally because they're doing it illegally. I don't know how you have to do a process when they're doing it illegally anyway. Like I said, guys, you gotta stay tuned and subscribe to this channel because we're gonna just be getting into a lot of things that I just learned, and I learned anything and everything off YouTube, whether you want to believe it or not, and whether you want to do the due diligence to make you want to see the results of your effort, then you need to go and do your due diligence. This is just crazy. I think it's just crazy how, again, you cannot it's just so much stuff that you have to be able to do, or you have all the things that you have to do to be able to have a home birth. And this lady is out here buying your placenta. It's like $30,000 for a placenta. Just to let y'all know, $30,000 just for a placenta. And this lady got a whole business that she makes. That she got out of this. I don't know. This lady has a whole business out of buying other women's placentas and selling it to other women. I forgot to cover this subject. Hold on, guys. The MC electronic tattoo / pill. It transmits data wirelessly. Made by Motorola. This is basically the mark of the beast. It basically has all your information, and you want to go buy something at the store, you want to go to the bank, it has all your information on it, and yeah, you don't have to worry about losing your wallet and things like that. I don't know why would you want to do that, but it sounds very risky, and it sounds like they doing the most with that. Google also has some glasses like that, and Apple, but they're like wearable computers, so it's not so much the mark of the beast, but the MC10 electronic pill / tattoo is definitely the mark of the beast. They try to put it in a pill form so it wouldn't be the mark of the beast, but it's still the mark of the beast. Why? Because you sitting here putting the mark of the beast in you. Pause. Alright, so let's get into this last topic, which is going to be doctors and doctors playing Frankensteins at these research labs. There's a lab out there that they're making cryogenic storages. They're basically trying to stop the body from decaying and preserving the organs. to keep the body from going into necrosis. Quote unquote. Their bodies are in a tank waiting for science to catch up and bring them back to life. In the second research lab, they had bodies donated to them to do research on them. And I'm guessing the doctors or the employees in there were basically taking different parts of different people and putting them together and like really sewing them and putting them together. And when they got caught, they got caught with buckets of heads, buckets of arms, buckets of like, they were just taking these people and putting them together with other people. I don't know what was the infatuation about that. I don't know what the person was doing, but they definitely got locked up. They did not say any names or who was involved in it. Alright, and there you have it, guys. Doctors playing Frankenstein. And that's a wrap for today's episode. Thank you guys for staying tuned. Please like, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Please don't be afraid to hit that bell button so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you for tuning into my channel. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Ep2 for short, where I cover controversial theories, politics, and trending topics.